it's Bobi aka Paginator, and I have almost no voice and a book haul to do. I don't know how this is gonna work. Okay, so I have two packages to open today with books in them, and the first one is from Random House. So we're gonna open this up. So the book they sent me is The Everlasting Road by Wab Kinew. It was released on January 9th this year, and it is a sequel to the Walking in Two Worlds. I'm actually re-listening to that audiobook now. It is about a Native American girl who is involved in the world of virtual gaming. It's kind of like, if you like Ready Player One, you might like this series. So this was sent to me in exchange for an honest review, and so once I finish re-listening to the first book, I will dig into the second one. Because it's a sequel, I'm not going to read the back of it, but I can tell you that Bugs is our main character, spelled B-U-G-Z, and she is a really, really high-level gamer within this virtual world, and that's all I'm going to tell you. And you might have noticed in the thumbnail the gigantic blue box from Book of the Month. I got carried away and maxed out all my add-ons. I've never done that before since they've started allowing you to add on so many books. I have not gotten that many, but there was just so many good ones. And last month I actually skipped. So it's kind of evening out, I think. Not really, but we'll pretend. Oh, this first one's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Look at this. The Mayor of Maxwell Street. This is by Avery Cunningham, and it says, Nellie Sawyer is the daughter of the wealthiest Negro in America. Now, I'm sorry I had to say that word because I don't like it, but that's what it says. Whose affluence catapulted his family to the heights of black society. After the unexpected death of her only brother, Nellie becomes the premier debutante overnight. But Nellie has aspirations beyond society, influence, and marriage. For the past year, she has worked undercover as an investigative journalist, sharing the achievements and tribulations of everyday black people living in the shadow of Jim Crow. Her latest assignment thrusts her into the den of a dangerous vice lord, the so-called Mayor of Maxwell Street. Born in rural Alabama to a murdered biracial couple, Jay Shorey knows firsthand what it means to be denied a chance to the American dream. When a tragic turn of fate gave Jay a rare path out, he took it without question. He washed up on the Chicago's storied shores and forged his own way to the top of the city's underworld, running Chicago's swankiest speakeasy, where the rich and famous rub elbows with gangsters and politicians alike. When Nellie's and Jay's paths cross, she recruits him to help expose the mayor and bring about lasting change to a corrupt city. But Jay also introduces a whole new world to Nellie, one where her horizons can extend beyond the confines of her ivory tower. Trapped between the monolith of Jim Crow, the inflexible world of the black upper class, and the violence of Prohibition-era Chicago, Jay and Nellie work together and stoke the flames of a love worth fighting for. So I'm excited to read that one. I love historical fiction. In the last few years, I've kind of waned, and so I'm trying to get more historical fiction read. The next book is The Fox Wife by this lovely first name, Chu. I'm not even going to try. And this says, Manchuria, 1908. In the last years of the dying Qing Empire, a courtesan is found frozen in a doorway. Her death is clouded by rumors of foxes, which are believed to lure people by transforming themselves into beautiful women and handsome men. Bao, a detective with an uncanny ability to sniff out the truth, is hired to uncover the dead woman's identity. Since childhood, Bao has been intrigued by the fox gods, yet they've remained tantalizingly out of reach until perhaps now. Meanwhile, a family who owns a famous Chinese medicine shop can cure ailments but can't escape the curse that afflicts them. Their eldest son dies before their 24th birthdays. When a disruptively winsome servant named Snow enters their household, the family's luck seems to change, or does it? Snow is a creature of many secrets, but most of all, she is a mother seeking vengeance for her lost child. Hunting a murderer, she will follow the trail from northern China to Japan, while Bao follows doggedly behind. Navigating the myths and misconceptions of fox spirits, both Snow and Bao will encounter old friends and new foes, even as more deaths occur. Definitely interesting. I love foxes, and I love it when, like, foxes are part of the mythology, and they're very prominent in, like, Far Eastern mythology and folklore and stuff, so I don't know, I'm just excited for it. Another beautiful cover. This is Heartless Hunter by Kristen Ciccarelli. This is the first book in the Crimson Moth series. And this says, on the night Rune's life changed forever, blood ran in the streets. Now in the aftermath of a devastating revolution, witches have been diminished from powerful rulers to outcasts, ruthlessly hunted due to their waning magic, and Rune must hide what she is. Spending her days pretending to be nothing more than a vapid young socialite, Rune spends her nights as the Crimson Moth, a witch vigilante who rescues her kind from being purged. Doesn't that sound so cool? When a rescue goes wrong, she decides to throw the witch hunters off her scent and gain the intel she desperately needs by courting the handsome Gideon Sharp. He's a notorious and unforgiving witch hunter loyal to the revolution, and too late Rune realizes she might be falling for him. Gideon loathes the decadence and superficiality Rune represents, but when he learns the Crimson Moth has been using Rune's merchant ships to smuggle renegade witches out of the Republic, he inserts himself into her social circles by pretending to court her. He soon realizes that beneath her beauty and shallow facade is someone fiercely intelligent and tender who feels like his perfect match, except what if she's the very villain he's been hunting? So it sounds like they're both going to be playing each other, and we'll see how it all shakes out. This next one was an author pick. This is Kristen Hanna, The Women. I love her writing. We can see a helicopter over some trees here, and the synopsis tells us, women can be heroes. Amen. When 20-year-old nursing student Frankie McGrath hears these words, it's a revelation. Raised in the sun-drenched idyllic world of Southern California and sheltered by her conservative parents, she's always prided herself on doing the right thing. But in 1965, the world is changing, and she suddenly dares to imagine a different future for herself. When her brother ships out to serve in Vietnam, she joins the Army Nurse Corps and follows his path. As green and inexperienced as the men sent to Vietnam to fight, Frankie is overwhelmed by the chaos and destruction of war. Each day is a gamble of life and death, hope and betrayal. Friendships run deep and can be shattered in an instant. In war, she meets and becomes one of the lucky, the brave, the broken, and the lost. But war is just the beginning for Frankie and her veteran friends. The real battle lies in coming home to a changed and divided America, to angry protesters, and to a country that wants to forget Vietnam. The Women is a story of one woman gone to war, but it shines a light on all women who put themselves in harm's way and whose sacrifice and commitment to their country has too often been forgotten. I love it. I love that. And I don't think I've read a book set in the Vietnam era from the point of view of a woman. That's exciting. We're down to our last book, and we also have the bookmark. Let's see what it says this month. Was it something I read? Okay, so our last book is The Disappearance of Astrid Bricard by Natasha Lester. In 1973, rising fashion star Astrid Bricard disappeared at the legendary Versailles Designer Showdown. All that remained was a scrap of fabric. Everyone remembers her daringly short silver lame dress, an iconic image capturing an electric moment in time and history. When emerging designer Astrid Bricard is young, uninhibited, and on the cusp of fashion and feminism's changing landscape. She and fellow designer Hawk Jones are all over Vogue and the disco clubs, as she can't escape the shadow of her mother, Ms. Bricard, the infamous muse for Christian Dior. Astrid would give anything to take her place among the great houses of couture on her own terms. I won't inspire it when I can create it. But then Astrid vanished. Now Astrid's daughter, Blythe, holds what remains of her mother's and grandmother's legacies. Of all the Bricard women, she's best suited to gather the painfully beautiful fabrics of 3 generations of heartbreak to create something that will shake the foundations of fashion. The only missing piece is the one question no one's been able to answer: what really happened to Astrid? Okay, so that gives me 6 new books to add to my ever-growing TBR, as if it already wasn't massive enough. And that's going to be it for this video. Let me know in the comments below what you've been reading lately and how you've been enjoying it. If you've read any of these books, also let me know if you've read them and did you enjoy them. Please no spoilers. And in the meantime, have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.